Welcome back. Right, so last session we kind of talked about your miscarriages, kind of your interactions with your husband. Did you want to go off that, or did you want to maybe pivot to something different today?
Yeah, so the last time we met, I received a phone call like 5 days before that I was miscarrying, and it was my 4th miscarriage in 15 months.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Thanks. And I couldn't talk about it last time because it was just like, it felt so heavy. It felt like so heavy that I just didn't really have words to say it out.
No, it is heavy. I mean, grief is a crazy thing, so I can't imagine how much you were feeling then.
Yeah, I think I really didn't want to acknowledge it because I have so much to do. Like, I actually had just started class, and it was like remote, like online class, and my doctor called, and so I just like paused the video and was just like, yeah, so it's kind of what we thought it was, and I like literally had to like hang up the phone and just like jump right back in to class as if I didn't just receive like the news that you're having a miscarriage. So I was like, I was just trying not to feel it in that moment because I was like expected to be somewhere and do something.
And is this kind of a reoccurring thing of maybe pushing down our emotions when things happen?
I wouldn't say that okay, maybe. Like, I mean, in certain situations, I feel like, you know what, maybe it has to do with the miscarriage in particular, because if I look back on it, I had a miscarriage last June, and I went to work and I didn't tell anybody. I just went to work and like went to the restroom when I had to.
Yeah. So do you think you have to be alone during these times? Is that preferred for you?
I think I don't have to be alone, but I think there is like a time and a place for it. And I was working at a job where I didn't feel supported, like on a good day, so I certainly wasn't going to let anyone in on the worst day.
Yeah, no, I get it. Sometimes it's hard to open up in places where we don't feel very comfortable. Kind of going back to maybe it's hard to acknowledge. Do you think, like, is that coming from a place of denial?
Hard to acknowledge? What did I say?
You were talking about when your last miscarriage happened, you felt like you couldn't necessarily acknowledge it.
Oh, when class started?
Yeah.
You mean when I was in class?
Yeah, I mean, you could have just maybe logged off and acknowledged it.
Yeah, well, it's just that like the program that I'm in is like really important to me, and this particular class happens once a week, and we're like working on skills every week, and so I feel like missing just one class would be a loss,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Actually, I don't know. Like I don't even think about like not going to class,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
Even if it's for something like a miscarriage. Sounds very strange to say out loud.
Yeah.
That sounds very strange to say out loud.
Mm-hmm. Given kind of the intensity of the situation, have you taken any measures to at least be there for yourself afterwards?
If I had to like describe what it's like to be there for me, I've been like allowing myself just to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of like stay in like comfy clothes or my pajamas and just like allow myself to just kind of do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I've also noticed that when I get like really sad, that I like to help other people. So, like the other day, I had like a really hard day, and my friend is my neighbor. She lives on the street, and so I just like phoned in a friend and I said like, hey, do you want to catch up tonight? And so she was like, yeah. Cause she has like 2 small children, like 4 and 2. And so I'm laughing because her husband is just like she's always trying to like get them to bed, and her husband's like always like playing and like prolonging like the play, and she's like, she loves like her friends to come over and like help her get the kids to bed, and then like after the kids go to bed, we have some wine.
Yeah.
So I had like a really hard day, and I reached out to see if she had some time. And when I got to her house, like her and her husband were like upstairs in bed, like getting the kids to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like in her kitchen by myself, and I noticed that they didn't clean up after dinner. So like I just like cleaned her kitchen for her, because
that's really nice.
it's just like an example of like when I feel really sad, I just like to do like small, like considerate things for other people.
Yeah. So given that you like to help other people out maybe a little bit in times of sadness, do you wish people were there for you like that?
Yeah.
And are we receiving that?
I would say like probably not enough.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like called one of my friends who's not married and doesn't have kids, and I was like, hey, like I really need to get out of the house today. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, she's like, do you want me to come over? And I was like, yeah, maybe, or like, maybe we can just go somewhere. She's like, well, I'm gonna go to, a happy hour real quick, I'm on my way, but I'll call you afterwards, we can do something. And, it got to be like around 8:30. And I said, where are you at? And she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm home. And I was like,
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. She was like, oh my God, apes, I forgot, I'm so sorry. And I was like, what? I was like, your friend called you and says like, I'm at rock bottom, and then you forget?
Yeah.
And like, she knows I've had 4 miscarriages. And like, even when you like outright tell someone what you need, they forget.
Yeah. No, that's actually really upsetting.
Part of me is like, you knew this about her, but then part of me is like still so astonished.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to grasp that the people that are in your community have a hard time showing up for you. So I can imagine how hard that is to hear, even if you are kind of expecting it. And given kind of this expectance, did you reach out to anyone else?
Yeah, so I guess this is the same night, like my friend, who my neighbor is, and this other girl that forgot about me, we're all 3 friends, and we typically will like meet up on a Monday night. So like, I reached out to Bev and I said, hey, like I really need to do something tonight. And then I reached out to Tanya and I said, hey, can like Bev and I come over, can we do a game night? And she was like, yeah, for sure. Like, let me just ask my husband, but yeah, for sure. So then I told Bev, like, well, let's go to Tanya's, because she just has like more space and stuff. Like, it's just, Tanya's place is like a place where we can go, like we're always welcomed.
Of course.
Like, she's a very gregarious person, like she's just like, my door is always open. And so, yeah, when I got to Tanya, like I still had friends. I was gonna go to Tanya's house, and I got to Tanya's house, and I was like, still like going over there with this idea that like Bev forgot about me. And like, not even like the next day did she reach out and say like, I'm so sorry that I messed up. Like, there's just no acknowledgement of it.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't feel like if I said anything to her, like it would mean anything to her. Like, I feel like if I were to say like, hey, that really hurt my feelings, that I reached out to you and I said I needed you and then you forgot about me, like I don't even feel like that would mean anything to her.
And given that response, like, has this happened in the past?
Like with her in particular?
Yeah.
I mean, not in a long, if it has, it hasn't in a long time, because I've known her for like 5 or 6 years, and there was a period where like I was hanging out with her and like this group of people a lot, but then I went through a transition where I was just kind of like, nope, like not gonna put any effort into this anymore. Like, my lifestyle started changing, so I spent less and less time with her, but she's still like been like a friend to me, you know, like someone that I enjoy catching up with. I don't spend as much time with her as I used to, and we don't do like the same activities that we used to.
Yeah.
So
expectations that you want people to show up the way that you are showing up for them. And some people just are not seeing you as that priority.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I think like a lot of my friends know what I'm going through, and let's just say they've heard of what I'm going through. I've told them that I'm having a miscarriage. Not everybody can relate to that, but I don't really feel like anyone knows what I'm going through. And like I think you said earlier, like, is anyone showing up for me? And I think the answer is like not that many.
And that's something that you really crave.
Yeah. I think I've asked myself like, are people not showing up for me because I don't show up for them?
Sounds like you are. I mean, if you go over to a friend's house and they don't even ask you to do anything and you just do it, it sounds like you are showing up for them. Like it might be something small like cleaning a kitchen, but that can make someone's day, you know? And so it's just sounding like you might want a little bit of help so you can take your mind off of things that might be a little bit stressful in other places of your life.
I could use some help.
Yeah.
I could use some help.
Yeah, no, understandably. I think this is a good place to kind of taper off. We can resume next time.
Okay.
But thank you so much for letting me in today.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.